Monsters creep from their lairs. Kraken entwining ships. Sasquatch slaying campers. Giant ants wrecking tanks. And one news bureau has you covered. Turn up the radio, gentle listeners. It's time for breaking news, fresh from the teletype. Welcome to
Monster Bureau!
We have breaking news, fresh from the teletype. Headline: Alien Venus flytraps attack Fort Myers. In an unprecedented and horrifying event, Fort Myers, Florida, is under attack by giant, alien, Venus flytraps. The city, known for its beautiful beaches and cultural landmarks, has become a battleground for survival. The invasion has seen these monstrous plants targeting middle schools and even a downtown shopping mall, leaving residents in a state of shock and fear. The first signs of trouble appeared in the Everglades. Florida panthers began to disappear without a trace. Soon after, alligators, typically apex predators of the region, started moving further south, fleeing from an unknown threat. This strange behavior baffled experts. After all, Venus flytraps are not native to the Everglades. They usually thrive in the Carolinas. Here's xenobotanist Dr. Samantha Reed.
It's something out of a nightmare. Venus flytraps are small ground-dwelling plants. The idea of them growing into giant mobile predators is beyond anything we've ever imagined.
The situation escalated dramatically when a middle school in Fort Myers was attacked. Witnesses reported the massive flytraps, with jaws large enough to swallow a human, burst through classroom windows and trapped students and teachers alike.
We were in the middle of math class when it happened. The walls shook, and then this huge plant broke through the window. We all ran, but it was so fast. It caught Mrs. Jenkins before she could even scream.
Emergency services responded quickly, but the sheer number and size of the plants overwhelmed their efforts. Students and staff were evacuated, but many were injured in the panic. As if the school attack wasn't terrifying enough, the situation reached a new level of horror when a giant flytrap, estimated to be over 30 feet tall, burst through the Fort Myers Mall. Shoppers and employees fled in terror as this monstrous plant rampaged through the building, destroying storefronts and causing widespread chaos.
It was like a scene from a horror movie. This giant plant just smashed through the ceiling. People were screaming and running everywhere. I've never seen anything like it.
The National Guard has since been deployed to Fort Myers, establishing a perimeter around the affected areas and working to contain and neutralize the flytraps. The invasion's roots trace back to the Everglades, where airboat pilot Adam Lawson had a harrowing encounter with one of the monstrous plants.
I was out giving a tour when I saw something moving in the water. At first I thought it was just a gator, but then this massive plant rose up and started coming towards us. I gunned the engine and barely got away. It was like it was hunting us.
Botanists are scrambling to understand the nature of these monstrous plants. Dr. Reed suggests that the plants have undergone some form of rapid, alien-induced evolution.
These plants exhibit behaviors and characteristics far beyond any known species of Venus flytrap. It's possible that an external factor, like a foreign element or radiation, has triggered this drastic change.
Adding a layer of complexity to the mystery, NASA has traced the origins of the invasion to a meteorite that crashed into the Everglades 3 years ago.
Our investigations indicate that the meteorite contained unknown organic compounds. These compounds could have interacted with the local flora, leading to the creation of these alien flytraps. We are conducting further analyses to understand the full impact.
As Fort Myers battles this unprecedented invasion, authorities urge residents to remain indoors and avoid affected areas. The National Guard, alongside local law enforcement and emergency services, continues to work tirelessly to secure the city and protect its inhabitants. In the meantime, scientists and experts from around the world are converging on Fort Myers, hoping to unravel the mystery of the alien Venus flytraps and find a way to stop their rampage. For now, the city stands united, determined to overcome the extraordinary threat and restore peace to their community. Residents are advised to stay alert and report any sightings of these dangerous plants. The city's resilience and the collective efforts of the community and experts give hope that Fort Myers will soon overcome this surreal and terrifying ordeal. And welcome to Mad Science, where Monster Bureau interviews scientists about monsters and what science has to say about these baffling beasts. Good afternoon, Dr. Reed. Thank you for joining us today. We're all eager to understand more about these alien Venus flytraps that are wreaking havoc in Fort Myers. Could you start by explaining why you consider these plants to be an invasive species?
Good afternoon, Jacob. It's a pleasure to be here. Alien Venus flytraps are definitely an invasive species. Invasive species are organisms that are introduced to a new environment, where they spread rapidly and cause harm to the local ecosystem. These flytraps are not native to the Everglades or Fort Myers. Their rapid growth and aggressive nature are disrupting the balance of the local flora and fauna.
How exactly do invasive species like these alien flytraps disrupt the local ecosystem?
Invasive species can outcompete native species for resources such as light, water, and nutrients. In the case of these flytraps, they are consuming native wildlife, including small mammals, birds, and insects, at an alarming rate. This not only reduces the populations of these animals, but also affects the plants and animals that rely on them. Additionally, invasive species can introduce diseases or parasites that local species aren't equipped to handle.
That's quite alarming. What can the general population do to help stop the spread of these invasive species like these flytraps?
There are several steps people can take. First, it's important to educate yourself and others about the risks of invasive species. Avoid planting non-native species in your garden and be mindful of what you bring into new environments. If you spot an invasive species, report it to local authorities. In the case of the alien flytraps, avoid the affected areas and follow the guidance of local officials and the National Guard.
Let's talk about plant adaptations. How have these alien Venus flytraps adapted to their new environment here in Florida?
These flytraps have adapted remarkably well to Florida's environment. They have developed larger traps and faster response times to capture prey, which is crucial for their survival and proliferation. Additionally, their root systems have become more robust, allowing them to anchor more securely and draw nutrients from a variety of soil types. These adaptations make them highly efficient predators and competitors in their new environment. Safety is paramount.
Given the danger that these plants pose, what safety measures should the public take during an alien plant attack?
If you find yourself near an area with alien Venus flytraps, stay as far away as possible. Do not attempt to engage or remove the plants yourself. These plants are highly dangerous and can cause serious harm. Follow the instructions of local authorities and the National Guard, who are trained to handle these situations. If you're indoors, stay inside and secure all windows and doors. If you're outside, seek shelter immediately.
And how is NASA assisting local authorities and the National Guard in containing the alien flytraps?
NASA is providing crucial support in several ways. We're using satellite imagery and drones to monitor the spread of the flytraps and identify hotspots. Our scientists are working closely with local botanists to develop strategies for containment and eradication. Additionally, we're sharing our expertise on alien plant life and their behaviors to help inform the actions of the National Guard and local authorities. This collaborative effort is vital in managing and ultimately overcoming this invasive species threat.
Dr. Reed, thank you so much for your insights. It's clear that addressing this alien invasion requires a coordinated effort, and your expertise is invaluable in this fight.
Thank you, Jacob. It's a challenging situation, but with the right knowledge and actions, we can protect our ecosystems and communities from these invasive threats.
Excuse me a moment. Yes?
I don't have time to explain. Meet me at the airboat loading dock.
How did you escape from Yucca Mountain?
I don't have time for this. Go. Now.
This is Jacob Rice, intrepid reporter for Monster Bureau, venturing deep into the Everglades with Adam Lawson, our expert airboat pilot, and Agent X, a mad science informant. We're on the trail of a meteorite that reportedly brought alien life to our planet. Agent X, what are we looking for exactly?
We're looking for a meteorite that isn't just a rock. My radiation detector will guide us to the source. It's actually an alien seed, capable of transforming local Florida into deadly alien apex predators.
Sounds like a bad sci-fi movie. But hey, I just drive the boat.
The detector's going wild. We've got to be getting close. Look at those plants. They seem to be moving.
Those are the alien Venus flytraps. These predator plants have a hive mind. Stay alert.
They're surrounding us.
Keep moving. Don't let them touch you. Their roots act like tentacles.
These roots, they're trying to drag me.
Use your knife, Jacob. Cut them off.
They're everywhere. We need to find that seed and destroy it.
Agent X, this is Dr. Samantha Reed from NASA. We've been tracking your signal. We've found a solution. A baking soda vinegar bomb. We're sending a Black Ops helicopter to your location now.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. We need that bomb ASAP. These plants are more dangerous than we thought. They're devouring all the life in the Everglades and transmitting the victim's knowledge to the hive mind.
So, they know everything their victims did?
Yes. The hive mind communicates everything back to the alien seed, which acts like a central processing unit. We have to stop it.
Bombs away. Good luck, Agent X.
It's working. The plants are dying.
We did it.
It's not over yet. Dr. Reed just informed me that the 2 other seeds have landed in Siberia and Bali. We think another pod landed in Antarctica. This isn't the end.
As the alien Venus flytraps wither away, we know that the battle is far from over. This is Jacob Rice, signing off from the front lines of an invasion like no other. Stay tuned, stay safe, and be on the lookout for monsters.